Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is May 11th, 2024 and Barcelona are currently tracking a new and up-and-coming talent in Brazil. Also, the club are still awaiting Frenkie de Jong's response to his contract renewal offer. And finally, Barcelona are unsure on what to do regarding Ansu Fati. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and before we begin with the news, just a quick reminder to make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure you hit the kit bag. And if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you hit the Bet Us. Both links for kit bag and Bet Us are down below in the description. Now let's begin with the news because Barcelona are reportedly tracking a new and up-and-coming talent in Brazil named Pedro Lima. Now Pedro Lima is a 17-year-old right back who currently plays for Sport Recife in the Serie B. That's the second division of Brazil, and it's reported that he has been making waves in Europe. And as such, Barcelona scouts have been seen watching the youngster, go into his games, taking notes, because he looks to be a very promising young talent. Now, it seems that Barcelona are not the only club after Pedro Lima. It seems like there's other clubs who have also taken notice of this young talent, including clubs like Real Madrid, PSG, and even Juventus. Now, despite many clubs being interested in Pedro Lima, none of them have yet made an offer. So, of course, we are going to have to wait and see what happens. We'll see whether Barcelona will make a move for Pedro Lima. It's most likely going to be maybe for Barca Athletic, I'm guessing, since he is playing in the second division of Brazil, not in the first. Also, we do have other prospects for the right back position as far as Barcelona. We have Julian Araujo coming back from loan. We have Hector Fort, we have Joao Cancelo, who the club seem to be interested in, keeping. So we're going to have to wait and see what Barcelona decide as far as Pedro Lima, but just know that the club are tracking the career of this up-and-coming star in Brazil. And we're also going to have to see how much damage has the whole Vitor Roque situation done and whether it's going to take some time to heal from as far as the Brazilian market. Anyway, let's move on and talk about Frenkie de Jong because Barcelona are still awaiting the response of the Dutch midfielder in regards to his contract renewal. Now, as reported several months ago, Barcelona sent a contract renewal offer to Frenkie de Jong in order to extend his contract. The contract of the player expires in 2026. They wanted to extend it even more, and in doing so, help the club amortize kind of his cost. There was no salary reduction in that contract renewal. There was simply kind of a salary deferment where some of his salary would be paid later on. But despite not including a salary reduction, and despite Barcelona telling Frenkie that they wanted to count on him and they wanted, to extend his contract, they have yet to hear a response from the Dutch midfielder. Now, it's been about 6 months since Barcelona sent this renewal offer to Frenkie, and since that, Barcelona have not heard anything. They have not heard yes or no, maybe, or I want you to change this, I want you to change that. There's been absolute silence from Frenkie de Jong, and this has caused some concern in Barcelona camp because some people within the club think that Frenkie de Jong could be doing this in order to try to leave the club for free because, again, as I said, his contract expires in 2026. So maybe he's plotting with his agent to leave in 2026 as a free agent, or maybe he is waiting until he enters the final year of his contract in the summer of 2025 so he can leave somewhere else on low cost because, by then Frenkie de Jong could bring an offer, a low offer. Since it's his last year of contract, Barcelona would be forced to take it. Otherwise, they would risk him leaving as a free agent the following summer, kind of like something that Dembélé did, where he kept saying, I want to renew. waiting until the final moments, and then he left to PSG. Now, you might wonder, well, where would Frenkie de Jong want to leave? Of course, we do know that Erik ten Hag is still obsessed with Frenkie. He still wants to sign Frenkie. You know, if he stays at Manchester United, will most likely ask the Premier League club to attempt his signing once again. Some are saying that maybe Bayern Munich could be considering Ten Hag, and if he does go to Germany, he could also ask the Bundesliga club to sign Ten Hag. So there's definitely the possibility of that reunion, but just know that Barcelona are now worried that since they haven't heard from Frenkie, that maybe he is plotting a way to either leave for free or leave on a low cost. Now, speaking of players leaving, Barcelona are now unsure on what to do with Ansu Fati. Now, as you know, Ansu Fati is currently on loan with Brighton, no option or obligation to buy. He will be coming back at the end of the season. It doesn't look like Brighton will be looking to sign him since he has failed to make a place for himself at that team. He has only had 3 starts all season. He's hasn't scored a single goal since November, so it's looking more and more likely that Ansu Fati will be coming back to Barcelona at the end of the season. And as such, Barcelona are now wondering what to do with Ansu, because one thing is for sure is that Xabi Hernandez does not count on the player, so Barcelona have the option of either loan him out again or offloading him. Now, as far as offloading him, Ansu Fati has lost a lot of value, so that's why Barcelona are not sure how much money they could get for the player. And as far as loaning him out, that could also be a possibility, but that would mean that he would come back to the club in the summer of 2025. And again, since Barcelona are not counting on him, that would only delay the problem to later, or as we say, it would be kicking the can down the road. So Barcelona are not sure whether to sell or loan Ansu. One thing is for sure though, he is coming back to the club. Xabi does not count on him, and if I had to bet on it, most likely he will end up in Sevilla, because Sevilla are very interested in the player, and that's where the player's father would rather the player go to. So Ansu Fati's father would rather see Ansu at Sevilla. Sevilla are interested in him, so if I had to guess, that's probably where Ansu would end up. But of course, Ansu would prefer to go to a team that competes in the Champions League. There's also the option of Wolverhampton. Of course, they're interested. There was talks about Atletico Madrid tracking his situation. It looks like Ansu would rather go to Atletico de Madrid because they play in the Champions. He also has, you know, players that he knows there, like Antoine Griezmann and Memphis Depay. So we are definitely going to be talking about Ansu Fati for some time to come, and we're going to have to see what will happen to him. It's an absolute shame because he was such a promising player, definitely the jewel of his La Masia class. It's unfortunate what injuries have done to him. You know, honestly, if it was up to me, if you would have to choose between Joao Felix and Ansu, I would have much chosen Ansu, giving him a chance rather than give someone who simply doesn't care about anything or anyone but himself. But anyways, that's just my opinion. But I'm curious to hear, what do you guys think? What should Barcelona do with Ansu? Should they give him another chance? Should they loan him? Should they sell him? Let me know down below. Anyways, that is all for tonight. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. And as always, peace, Barça.